Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's predictions. And what better way to usher in today's matches and predictions than by winning the 4 plus odds that we gave out yesterday? So, and I mean, of course, two games were avoided in that collection. Rangers was postponed, and then one second game. Yeah, even though they gave excuses for postponing those games, I just think it's because of the festive period. Most of the players were not in good shape. Yeah, that's what I think. They drank a lot, they were probably too drunk to play, and they had to postpone the games. So, but I mean, every other game delivered. So, even with those games that were voided, if you played that ticket, the two tickets, you would have gotten up to, I think, 3 odds and would have won. So, congrats to everybody. So, something very interesting happened yesterday. On my second channel, we won 20 plus odds. And what's really interesting is that I was actually meant to give you guys that ticket instead. I wasn't meant to share those games with them, but I was just, I'm tired and I didn't have time to make a second video, to make a video for my second channel. So I just decided to share the 20 plus odds because it's easier to put together 20 plus odds and share than to put up the 4 plus odds that I do here with you guys. It's much easier to do those odds than the 4 plus odds where you have to take time to de-risk and look through. So, and those odds delivered. So, I just want to apologize to you guys because that was actually your ticket. That was meant for you guys. Yeah, it was meant to be a second video for this channel, but I didn't have time to make a video for my second channel, so I just decided to share that ticket with them as a video. But my assurance to you guys is I'm going to put together another 20 odds for the weekend, right? For the weekend. It's just going to be, I think, either Friday or Saturday, one day. We are not going to split it across 3 days. And I want to assure you guys that we will win those odds. We will win 100% those odds. So I want you guys to prepare, okay, to put something small on the 20 plus odds that I'll be delivering, either on Friday or Saturday. Okay. And today we've put together 3.5 plus odds for you guys, split into 2 tickets as always. And you know how to do it. I would always advise you guys to play those 2 tickets in 2 different collections instead of merging the 2, because as you can see right now, games are very scarce, first and foremost, and also games are also very, very unpredictable at the moment. So the first game we have here is from the England Premier League. It's Arsenal versus West Ham. And you look at Arsenal, 5 matches played, and they've done very, very well. 5 wins, literally 5 wins. Now you take a look at West Ham away from home, 2 losses and 3 wins. And interestingly, most of their, I think 1 out of the 3 games they won came in the Europa League, as you can see. And then the other wins came against a team in the bottom half, or actually at the bottom of the Premier League. And then the other win was a shocking victory over Tottenham. So what I'm trying to say is, against an organized Arsenal team that is intentional about winning this league and about gathering more points to stay on top, this is a game that Arsenal is expected and will win in full time. And of course, their head-to-head paints an interesting story that shows total and complete dominance by Arsenal whenever they play this team at home. So the prediction is very simple. We are predicting a straight win for Arsenal in 90 minutes. So Arsenal to win in full time at odds of 1.36. The next game we have for you guys, again, is from the England Premier League. It's Brighton versus Tottenham Hotspur. So now the thing with Brighton, as you guys can see, is that 5 matches played here, and this team has managed to score in every one of their last 5 home games. And the only game that didn't produce up to 1.5 goals, up to 2 goals, as you would call it, was a Europa League game. So every other Premier League game they've played in has seen over 1.5 goals, with Brighton scoring. Now we take a look at Tottenham away from home. Tottenham has averaged a minimum of 2.5 goals away from home. Interestingly, they have managed to score in every one of their last 5 away games. And of course, you take a look at their head-to-head, and their head-to-head tells you that this is a fixture that has seen a couple of goals, over 1.5 goals, a number of times. So the prediction is simple. At the moment, it's very easy to score against Tottenham, and Tottenham is also able to score. And Brighton needs to try and win some more games and try and stay afloat in the Premier League. So this is a fixture that will see over 1.5 goals in 90 minutes. So the prediction is simple. We are predicting that this fixture involving Brighton and Tottenham will see over 1.5 goals in 90 minutes. And the odds for that to happen is 1.15. The next fixture we have for you guys is from the Morocco Botola League. It's Reg Casablanca versus I Tangiers. So Reg Casablanca, 5 matches played, 5 wins out of 5. Now I Tangiers, 5 matches played, 3 draws and 2 losses. And then you check their head-to-head, and this is a fixture that Reg Casablanca has won 3 out of. They've actually won 4 out of 5 times, losing just once in 2020. Okay. So it's a game that Reg Casablanca will win 100%, unless, of course, there is a red card. But usually with African teams, I tend to be very cautious when playing straight win, because goal scoring sometimes can be very difficult for some African teams. So, and especially for teams that we don't play regularly. I mean, we've played Casablanca a couple of times, but it's not like a major football club that we play, like maybe say Arsenal or Manchester City. So what we are playing for this game is we are doing a draw no bet for Reg Casablanca. So a draw no bet for Reg Casablanca in 90 minutes is at odds of 1.06. And of course, you have the Sportybet booking code here and the 1xBet booking code as well for this particular collection. The next game we have is from the Egypt Super Cup final. It's a very big cup final involving 2 very strong teams in the Egypt League. It's Ahly versus Future FC. So Ahly at home, impressive football, 3 wins and 2 draws. And even in the Champions League, they've been very, very impressive. And even in the Cup, Club World Cup, right? They didn't lose. They actually beat Al Ittihad, a team from Saudi Arabia, despite being an African-based team. Okay, and they've done really well. And the interesting thing is that Al Ittihad, whatever the pronunciation, was tipped to win that game. The Future FC too has been equally very, very brilliant as well. But then their head-to-head shows that despite the brilliance and strong emergence of Future FC, Ahly has always had the upper hand over them, winning and drawing. And so shall it be on this Super Cup final day. So it's a game that we expect Ahly to win in 90 minutes. But since it's a cup final, we are giving Ahly a draw no bet. Or if you like, you can play a double chance. It's more or less the same thing, just that the odds are bigger for draw no bet. So a draw no bet for Ahly at odds of 1.16. The next fixture we have is from Uganda. So shout out to my Ugandan friends and subscribers. And you look at Uganda, we have Bull versus Busoga. So Bull at home, 4 wins and 1 draw. Very strong team, very, very strong team. And now Busoga away from home, 4 losses and 1 win. They've been very, very poor. And then you check their head-to-head, and you realize that this is a fixture that Bull has won in recent times. They've had dominance over this team in recent times, winning their last 2 recent meetings. So it's important we check their standings to see where Bull is compared with Busoga and see how serious Bull will take this game. So when you check their standings, one thing you will see for sure is that Bull is position 1. And then they have Vipers, the second place team, really on them. So if they lose any more points, then this Vipers team can easily, leapfrog them into the first position. So it's going to be a very, very important game for Bull to win. So it's for that reason that we are playing Bull to win this fixture in 90 minutes at odds of 1.18. And the final game we have for you guys is from the Algeria League 1. It's Syria Belouizdad versus Constantine. So you look at Syria Belouizdad, 4 wins and 1 loss. 4 wins and just 1 loss. And a victory that they even had victory over Young Africans in the Champions League. And then we take a look at Constantine, right? 3 losses, 1 win and 1 draw. But then we need to check their standings to really, properly understand the full story of these two teams. It's very important because their form alone isn't enough to tell us the full story about how this match will turn out. So look at Constantine, they're waiting, right? Even though they've had a bad away form, but then you look at their position on the table, position 3. Just about 9 points away from the top place team, and they will still believe that they can potentially win the league title because it's still very early, just 10 matches played so far, and they have a game in hand. Now we take a look at the home team, Belouizdad, and their position 10. So when you look at the overall form of the Constantine team, you can see that overall they have a good form. It's just their away form that is a little bit shaky. But you can clearly see that the away team is clearly a stronger team as their position 3. So we have to take a slightly different approach to this game. While bookmakers are tipping the home team to win, we have to take a slightly different approach to this game because when you look at their head-to-head, for sure the home team has had some success over them. But as you can see, in their last 4 meetings, even though they have won twice, 3 times, I mean the home team. But one thing you can see for sure is that the goal difference is always 1, right? So the away team never ever concedes up to 2 goals whenever they play this home team. They never ever concede up to 2 goals, and you can see here in their last 4 meetings. Okay, and we also look at the away team, right? Let's investigate their losses. Now, when you look at their losses, you see that they've never really conceded up to 2 goals, even in their last 3 losses. So we are giving the away team a 2 goals handicap. So we are saying, let's assume they even lose to this home team, which is unlikely. It's a game that is likely to end in a draw. But let's assume they lose. Even their head-to-head shows that this game has ended in a lot of draws. So, but let's assume they lose. We are saying they are not going to lose by up to 2 goals. And the odd for a 2 goals handicap for Constantine is 1.39. And of course, we have the booking code for you guys. For SportyBet, 1xBet, unfortunately I couldn't generate the booking code for 1xBet. For some reason, they didn't allow the code to generate because I included a team for Uganda. I don't know what problem they have with teams from Uganda. I have no idea. So you guys have to ask 1xBet, please. So again, it's nothing but an absolute pleasure, and I wish you guys nothing but the very, very best as always. Thank you.